The Controller General, I start from my left, so I'm going around. The Controller General Prison Service, Controller General Immigration, the former Controller General Fire Service. I just saw him this afternoon since he left service. I saw him very fresh. He told me that there's no more stress. He knows that I always look for him. So he's rested. I wish you good luck. The representative of Controller General Civil, or Commandant General Civil Defense, our guests, ladies and gentlemen, and our friends of the media. First, I want to congratulate the newly decorated Controller General of Fire Service and his wife for getting this far. But we have to thank the Almighty God first for making it possible, and specifically, after thanking God, thank His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari for his approval of this appointment and support he has given not just to the Federal Fire Service, but the Ministry of Interior as a whole. Because for Federal Fire Service, they have not had it this good. I'm not sure if I can remember when, the last time, but I can estimate that in the last 20 years, they've not seen the kind of equipment they've seen during this present government. So we must thank His Excellency, Mr. President, for this support. Quite a lot has been achieved during this period. We've acquired a number of fire engines and other platforms to be able to provide the necessary service to Nigerians. And we are still even expecting more of this equipment to come. So your major challenge now is not about acquisition of fire service or procurement of fire service equipment, even though we need more of it. But the major challenge I think you should ensure that you put in place is maintenance of those equipment. Those equipment should last for at least 20 years before we think of procuring new ones. And you cannot achieve that if you don't put the necessary platform to maintain them, regular maintenance, and ensure that they are not misused by anybody. We need to be transparent and accountable when we use public funds to procure equipment in order to provide necessary services to the Nigerian public. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that you are in a position to handle that, considering the fact that you have the experience at 3 levels at your state of origin, at the Federal Capital Territory, and at the federal level. So that experience is adequate for you to head the Federal Fire Service. In addition to the experience, you have the training and you acquired the knowledge to do that. And of course, remember that 7 of you started this journey towards occupying this seat. 7 of you, if I remember. And you went through very rigorous assessment. And finally, you proved that you have the capacity to handle it. So we want that capacity to be translated practically because most of your responsibilities are practical. One, we want you to ensure that you educate the public on prevention of fire from happening at all, fire incidents from happening at all. They say prevention is better than cure. So the less you go out to put out fire, the longer you extend the life of your equipment, and the less you expose personnel to risks. So prevention is extremely important. The second is, if it happens, how do we contain them in the shortest possible time? Time is a factor. You must be able to have the capacity to move as fast as possible to where the incident occurred. So these are issues I know that are not new to you, but I'm just reiterating them to remind ourselves that we have a lot to do in order to continue to win the confidence and trust of Mr. President and the public at large. We have the responsibility to serve. We have the opportunity that we've been given by provision of equipment. Then we must carry out our jobs, our responsibilities accordingly. So on this note, I want to congratulate you once more and follow that with prayers that God in His infinite mercy will guide you in this job and will protect you and your family in this job. And if there's anything, we in the Ministry of Interior, the bureaucrats are here. And they are here to give you all the support. Sometimes we get impatient that files are delayed. Sometimes, most of the time, I notice is not deliberate, but they want to carry out due diligence to ensure that things go on accordingly, following due process. But of course, we want to ensure that there's little delay as much as possible so that we'll be able to do our jobs. So congratulations, madam. Congratulations once more. And best wishes. Thank you.
I would like to use this opportunity to thank Mr. President and the Honorable Minister for the confidence they have in me and the trust to give me this task that is not easy. Sir, I promise you and Mr. President and all those that have that confidence in me that I'll not disappoint you. I'll do my best. I'll do my best to move with Mr. President to the next level with fire service presence. So since it's vote of thanks, I will leave it here and will leave the rest to God. Thank you, Honorable Minister.
University of Calabar, and also is a fellow of 8 institutes, but of major record is a member of the Rio de Janeiro Fire and Rescue Service in Brazil, which gives the international content that the CG fire that is about to be decorated is all about. And in addition, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister, he is also a fellow of the Institute of Disaster Management and Safety Service, as well as a fellow Fire Protection Association of Nigeria, a fellow Institute of Leadership and Management, a fellow Institute of Public Administration, a fellow Institute of Registered Administrative Managers. And he has also internally in the service, Honorable Minister, headed admin and staff welfare, also training and research, fire prevention and consultancy service, as well as head of operations and member of the caretaker committee in Agaye, his local government. Honorable Minister, until his appointment, the CG to be decorated today was the Assistant Controller General in the Fire Service under the supervision of the immediate past Controller General Joseph Anebi. Honorable Minister, he then also served as Acting Controller General of the Fire Service before his confirmation by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, and confirmed as the President as the Controller General by Mr. President on the 26th of March 2019. At this juncture, I hereby present to the Chairman of the Board and the Honorable Minister of Interior, Alhaji Dr. Liman Ibrahim, who, Your Excellency, will be decorated by you and supported by the Permanent Secretary, as well as, of course, the indivisible part of the Controller General, his wife. Thank you so much.
Hey, bend down. Bend down, I beg. You need to put that dot.
Very good. That's a big machine.